ringside, set to go with USWA CWA Wrestling action today. Got a good one coming up for you today. Superstar Bill Dundee will be here. We'll have the Soul Taker, Dutch Mantell, Dirty White Boy, Chris Champion, Prime Time, Brian Lee, all of them coming up today. I must tell you it's very nice because things are a lot quieter right over here in this part of the studio today. I do hope that continues. Lawler not joining us out here in the studio today, but I do understand he has a few words he wants to say. Is that right, Jerry?
Yeah, hold on just a minute. Yes, I can hear you, Dave. I can hear you fine. As a matter of fact, I can hear you too good. You don't have to shout. As you can see, I am outside today. I should be in the studio a little bit later on. But last week, the reception inside that cluttered up studio was so poor for my telephone that I was barely able to hear Art Modell and Christy Brinkley and Donald Trump and all these people that call me. And today, I am expecting a very, very important phone call. And so I'm going to wait out here and make sure this call goes through. But if you need me, Dave, I'll be right here. And I got a lot of words I want to say a little bit later on about the Junkyard Dog. And I want to say something to you right now, Dave. I know you heard what you thought was applause when the show came on the air, but get this straight. With you sitting there at that desk by yourself, those people aren't applauding. That's them slapping their heads to try to stay awake. See if you can do a decent job today, Dave, without me in the studio until my phone call comes through, and then I'll be in there with you. Okay, go ahead. Take it back.
Thank you. Take your time. Don't rush back in here. I'm not even sure you need the telephone to hear some of the voices that you claim to have been hearing here the last couple of weeks. We will be back here to get things underway for you in just a moment. You stay with us. And as we've said, everybody remembers Billy Travis, but it's a different Billy Joe Travis, and maybe even a new look from him now, as you will see, as Billy Joe Travis and Skandar Akbar had this interview. Then immediately after that, we're going to show you a match which involved Jeff Jarrett. Take a look right here.
Billy Joe Travis.
You acknowledge this role, boy.
Somehow I believe that. Akbar, what are you doing? You're making a terrible mess.
Little punk, Jarrett. You see this popcorn, punk? That's your brains. Get the idea? Featuring this, people, the brains of Jeff Jarrett. You know, if I'd had time, I'd brought scrambled eggs down because you see, Jeff, that's exactly what I think of you, boy. So you see, Jeff Jarrett, you know little punk, you know I have got your number, and you know the man of the hour, Billy Joe Travis. You see, I don't eat this American garbage, but you see, it's synonymous with your brains, Jeff. Oh, look at it. Look at it, yeah, look, Billy Joe.
You know what? You know what? Let me say something. Let me tell you something, Jeff Jarrett. You have got to be the stupidest wrestler that ever lived. Hey! Let me tell you something, boy. Look how many people I have retired in 2 months. Where is Eric Embry? Jelly Valley Eric Embry. Where is that fat, pudgy Percy Pringle? And where is Tony Adams? You don't see none of them around because they're scared of the lethal weapon. Now, Jarrett, you know better than anybody in wrestling how tough and how mean and how vicious I can get, boy. You don't want a part of me. Never. So, boy, hit a sign, and I'm going to beat your brains out. I guarantee it.
All right, well, let's...
You see, you take the man seriously. Because Billy Joe can get down, and you little punk, I'm gonna make you shine my shoes, and I'm gonna put a choker chain around your neck, and I'm gonna drag you all over this auditorium, you little punk. Jeff Jarrett, your days are numbered just like this stale popcorn. You see, the brains of Jeff Jarrett. That's it right there, yeah. Okay, Billy Joe, you like it, huh? What do you think about it? You eat this garbage?
You like it?
He's very all right. Once again, Jeff Jarrett, how naive can you be when you continue to interfere in Devastation's business. Well, Devastation has now made the stand. Jeff Jarrett, I'm going to relish every moment that the man of the hour, Billy Joe Travis, and all the bad deeds that you've done to Billy Joe, that you're going to pay, and you're going to pay dearly. Oh,
Picks him up with a body slam, and over and down he goes. Jarrett into the ropes, delivers an elbow.
Well, you know, Jarrett really irks me. He's beating this kid to death. What in the world is he doing? Got that pop going up over there.
Wait a minute. Hey, what's happening here? Well, I thought that was the custodian here to clean up Akbar's mess.
It is. It's just a fan that got mad. Boy, I don't blame him. Jeff Jarrett should have pinned this kid. That's a fan or a custodian or something, Mark.
Some weird-looking individual with a... This is a little weird. Wait a minute.
What in the world? What are you doing down here, mister?
Hey, I'm just an old man. If an old man could do that to Jeff Jarrett, imagine what my friend Billy Travis could do to him. I'm just an old, broken-down man, just an old garbage collector. I pity you, boy.
That is obviously Billy Joe Travis, who is limping around, and he has come in the ring with a garbage can that he faked to be using as a janitor would and smashed it over the head of Jeff Jarrett, and look at the big dent in the garbage can, and look at Jeff Jarrett.
Boy, Jeff sure is making people mad. It's something when a custodian comes down here and nails him with a garbage can.
Isn't it, Mark? With a desperate look. Jeff's in bad shape. I don't know exactly what to do now, but we need to do something, so let me do...
Well, you saw what happened. Obviously, there was no custodian at all. Billy Joe Travis under one of the worst disguises I ever saw, as a matter of fact. Later on, though, in the same situation, Billy Joe Travis was scheduled in this match.
Hey!
Joe wanting the microphone.
Here, you big pot-belly men think you're tough? Come on in here! Come on! The door's open, pot-belly! Come on! Just what I thought. Oh, you're scared of me, boy. Get up, Jeff Jarrett. Say I quit. You give up.
Tell you what, that Billy Joe is as low and as arrogant as you can get, in my opinion.
Wait a minute, is this your first day with a new brain, Lawrence? What do you mean as low? He's trying to make an example out of this kid. He's trying to call for Jeff Jarrett. Jeff's not coming out here. You know what, Lawrence? You know the thing I like about you is you make me look good out here. That's what I like about you.
Tell him I give up. Say I give up. Tell him. Tell him. Tell him you give up.
No.
Give up, boy. I'll beat you to death.
He should give up, Mark.
Rand says no, and Billy Joe continues. Johnny Rand hanging in there. No matter how bad it gets, he hangs on, and that's something he'll need in his career.
What a side suplex Billy just hit him with. Now he's walking over him. Oh, this is humiliating. He's dancing. What a talent this guy is. He can not only sing, but he moves wonderfully, Mark.
You could really injure a man that way, but I don't think Travis is concerned about anyone's well-being except his own.
I want some competition. Any of you idiots want to come on in?
Billy Joe inviting him.
Huge intimidating factor in this young Johnny Rand.
Come on!
Completely intimidated by Billy Joe Travis, the man of the hour.
Travis again has the house mic that Akbar keeps handing to him, either Akbar or Garvin.
Boy, I don't see any fan wanting to get in there. We got a smart crowd today, Mark.
Billy Joe continuing to agitate and harass, and the crowd is really getting angry.
I can dance and I can sing. Come on, boy! Hey, I take bigger pills.
I think Billy Joe's found someone that he wants, but...
Well, that guy doesn't have any teeth. He might gum Billy to death, Mark. Look at him. He's taking his coat off. He weighs 120 pounds dripping wet. I bet he's really going to get in there with Billy.
Well, Billy Joe back in the ring, and here he comes back over here again.
Hey, boy, you're an ugly person. Come on up here, boy.
here. Sit down, boy. He's going to teach you a lesson.
Billy Joe back in. I guess he's going to continue on Johnny Rand now after he's got the crowd stirred up. Many of the fans are standing here, very angry at the arrogance of Billy Joe Travis. Kind of an air of tension in the building right now.
Oh, they're just angry because he's so great. They know that they live their normal lives, their little 9-to-5 jobs, and this guy flies all over the world. He can have any woman he wants. Oh, they're just jealous.
I can't stand it anymore. I look around, and it's true what they say about you, idiots. You're illiterate. Hey, what about these 3 fat women right here? Come on up here.
Maybe them fat women
I'll
like
show
to
you. I
fight
ain't
Billy
afraid
Joe,
to hit
Mark.
a woman. I've hit plenty of women.
Well, if this is
I
just
whooped
going
my
to
mother
continue,
one
we're
time.
going to have to take a break here because Billy Joe is just out of control with the microphone, and Akbar is really loving it.
We need to stay on this, boy. This is great. This is entertainment. Billy's a showman. Look at him doing push-ups. I bet he could do them one-handed.
Is that intimidation? Billy Joe Travis. No wonder they call him the man of the hour.
Hey, first he puts Jeff Jarrett out. Now he's putting Johnny Rand out. He may even put a couple of fans out.
Exactly.
Hey!
What is this?
Billy Joe just got his volunteer. A volunteer has stepped forward, and the volunteer looks very, very familiar. How exciting! And how in the world could Jeff come back, but he has?
Oh, what a backdrop on the floor, Mark! Oh, no! This is crazy! They're down here on the floor, and they're fighting hand and fist. We need to get out of here. This is not right. What's Jeff Jarrett doing? What is he doing? He just backdropped Billy, and then he threw him and hit him on the floor with a chair.
You talk about a building full of frenzied and thrilled wrestling fans. We've got it right here, right now.
I want a policeman to get a hold of Jarrett and throw him out of here, Mark.
This is really out of control as they go up the aisle into...
So Jeff Jarrett gets a measure of revenge against Billy Joe Travis. We'll have some comments from Jeff when we come back. And in our next segment, Bill Dundee will be right here in the ring live on USWA CWA Wrestling.
About change. You know, they say change is inevitable, and that change has got to take place, and that's what makes the world go around. Well, yeah, Billy, you have changed. You've changed an awful lot. You know, it's no secret. Everybody knows in Memphis that me and you at one time held the Southern Tag titles, and I thought we did an awful good job, and we won an awful lot of matches. But like I said, it's all changed. And tomorrow, Billy, yeah, there's going to be monster trucks, and there's going to be a big tractor pull, and there's going to be a whole lot of things going on. But, Billy, I want to promise you one thing. When you walk down that aisle in Dallas, Texas, and you put that trash can over the top of my head, that's one thing I'm never going to get, ever. So tomorrow, Billy, you better show up, and you better get your running shoes on, because I'm going to chase your butt all over that building. I don't care if I have to go to the top, out in the parking lot. It doesn't matter. I'll chase you all the way down Parkway. Billy Travis, you better show up tomorrow, because I've got one thing and one thing in mind, and that's payback. Travis, you're in for it tomorrow afternoon.
Well, it must be particularly distressing to Jeff since they were, in fact, former co-holders of the Southern Tag Championships here. But they will be going at it tomorrow afternoon. Remember, this weekend it is the TNT Monster Truck Racing and Wrestling combination events tonight and tomorrow afternoon at the Mid-South Coliseum. We will have the complete card for you a little bit later on. Jeff and Billy's match is going to be tomorrow afternoon. And speaking of that match, Billy Joe Travis had some comments about it, too.
You know, for you idiots in Memphis, Tennessee, I don't like you at all, and I hate that stinking city. But one thing, I'll be moving back there, be moving in Graceland, starting next week. So don't you think I'm lying, but I'm not. But when I get there, I'm going to move all my stuff, and I got the biggest guitar ever for you, Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, you said we used to be partners. Yeah, we did. But you say I've changed. I've changed for the best, old boy. Let me tell you something. Memphis, Tennessee, Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to bust that head with this guitar. That's Bill Dundee, what it feels like.
Billy Joe Travis right there. In the ring right now, the Golden Terror has stepped up into the ring. We are waiting for the superstar. Here comes referee Jerry Calhoun, and there he is. Out of Australia. Guard dog, JYD. We don't have that tape? Well, I thought we had a tape of Junkyard Dog pinning Jerry Lawler, but we don't have it. Okay, I'm told in my ear we don't have that that videotape. But I guess we do have some comments from Lawler about it. Jerry?
Hold on just a second. There's a jet plane going on over there. Hey, oh, Dave! I hope you can hear me with his planes flying over and everything, but I understand that you think that you're going to show some sort of a tape that has the Junkyard Dog footage of him pinning the King. First of all, let me just tell you this. The Junkyard Dog, in his wildest dreams, has never pinned me, Dave. I want you to know that for a fact. But the tape that you're talking about, the tape in question, the tape that just might show some sort of action between myself and Junkyard Dog, well, I just happen to have that tape. You know, I went upstairs and I met with our good friend Ken Parnell. I had a nice little meeting with him before the show went on the air, and I found this piece of tape. And I now have this tape right here in my possession, Dave. So you can go back to doing whatever you were doing beforehand, because there will be no tape shown today of me and Junkyard Dog. Is that clear? Huh? In the meantime, I'm real busy right now, okay? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's real clear. Well, at least we know what happened to the videotape. Now, I guess we won't be able to see it because I don't feel like going out there and trying to take it away from him. I guarantee you that. But he had it severely tucked under his arm. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break here. We'll come back, and maybe we can get some words from Junkyard Dog anyway when we return. For the combined event, TNT Monster Truck Racing and Wrestling at the Coliseum. And Junkyard Dog had a few words to say about that action. Mr. Lawler, you may want to pay some close attention to this right here.
You know, the song said, "Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee." Well, once again, I get the opportunity to come to Memphis, Tennessee, the home of Elvis P. Presley, the man that used to shake his leg. But I'm coming to town for another reason. Oh, yeah, the man said, "We shall overcome one day." And now I look in the corner, and there you stand. Brother, everybody out there know who I'm talking about. Big, strong, let the girl say good looking. But I'm no cookie either, baby, and I don't crumble that well. So I got to walk through the path of darkness once again to get to you, the high and mighty man, the world champion, Jerry the King Lawler. You hear how I say that? I give you respect, man, because you've been there a long time, Jerry. Well, like they said time and time again, every dog needs a bone to chew on, and I'm coming to Memphis to find myself a bone. And that bone is that belt, baby. And you people out there saying, "I don't know, I never think." Don't even think about it. Because I'm coming for one reason, and one reason only. Once I walk through the path of darkness, which you know who I'm talking to, big brother, and I'm going to climb up to the top, and I'm looking for you, Jerry Lawler. And once that bell go ding, 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 hold daddy. It's not the 4th of July. It's the dog walking in dark Christmas. And I want that bell. So right here, Jerry Lawler, today, tonight, tomorrow night, anytime. So some of you people out there get it all confused. But I'll be there looking for my belt. And once my hand goes in there, I'm going to bring all the little kiddies in the ring, and we're going to juke once again down in Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey, it's about time you let the camera come back out here on me, Dave Brown. Now, I know you're a little upset over the fact that I got this tape, so you think you're just going to control things just because your head looks like a hubcap. Don't think you're a big wheel. You don't run this show around here, Dave Brown. You can be replaced. You know that? Now, it's time for the King to be on this television show. As I said, the people are already starting to take this program to sell it to insomniacs as a cure. Now, I guess next week I'm going to have to be back in there in the studio to try to put a little more life into this program. But I had a very important phone call that I'm waiting on out here, and I got to get the reception clear and plain. But while I'm waiting, I want to say a few words about this junkyard dog. Now, tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock at the Mid-South Coliseum, he's going to be rolling into town. Now, it's true there's going to be a lot of activity at the Coliseum tomorrow. The monster truck races. You know what that is? That's where those big trucks with those huge wheels run over those normal cars and crush them down real flat into little pieces of metal. And then, when those little pieces of metal are all crushed flatter than flitters, they're ready for the junkyard. Well, let me tell you something, dog. I'm going to let you live up to your name, because I'm going to crush you in the middle of that ring just like those monster trucks crush those regular cars out there. And then you're going to be ready to live up to the name of Junkyard Dog. Yeah, the dog part's right, because last time I saw something that looked like you, I threw it a bone. And I can assure you, I'm going to be throwing you more than bones today at 2 or tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Coliseum. I'm going to be throwing you some lefts, and I'm going to be throwing you some rights. And I'm going to feed them to you all afternoon until you get down on your hands and knees, just like I made your brother Cobra do, and admit that Jerry the King Lawler is the one and only true world heavyweight champion. Now, you come in here trying to take my title and put it around your waist is a joke. So all of your fans, come on out there, just like Cobra thought he was going to have thousands and thousands of his people out there supporting him. Well, a couple of them showed up, and they got embarrassed. They got humiliated because I beat Cobra just like the dog that he is, and I'm going to beat you like the dog that you are, Junkyard Dog. So bring that chain, because I may wind up wrapping it right around that neck of yours till your tongue hangs out like a red necktie and your eyes pop out. Because I'm going to make an example out of you. I'm going to show you and all the rest of your kind that you're not in the same category as the King of Wrestling. You're not fit to shine my shoes, Junkyard Dog, which is what you should be doing. But when I beat your brains out tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, you're going to realize that you've had enough and you want no more of the King of Wrestling. Now, as for you, Dave Brown, I'm giving you fair warning. From now on, when I send word up there to get that camera out here, you get it out here within 10 seconds, or I'm going to be in there and I'm going to be on you like white on rice. You understand that?
I hear you. Hunter's phone's ringing, by the way. You understand this. While the Junkyard Dog is talking, we're going to stay with his interview until he has said what he was going to say, just like we stayed with you till you had to say what you were going to say. Remember, it's combined events, TNT, Monster Truck Racing, and Wrestling, coming up at the Mid-South Coliseum tonight and tomorrow afternoon. Now, here's the card tonight. Begins at 8 o'clock at the Coliseum. Primetime Brian Lee will be going against Steve Austin in the opening match. Then it's going to be Robert Fuller from the Stud Stable against Dirty Dutch Mantell. Following that, Dirty White Boy goes against Chris Champion. I don't think I have to remind anybody about the bad blood between these two over recent weeks. And they'll be going at it head-to-head tonight at the Mid-South Coliseum. Then Junkyard Dog will be here. It's one thing you got wrong, Mr. Lawler. Junkyard Dog will not be rolling into town tomorrow afternoon. He'll be flying into town for tonight to go against the Soul Taker. He was talking about having to walk through that path of darkness. This is what he's talking about. The match with the big Soul Taker coming up tonight at the Mid-South Coliseum. Championship Wrestling and the TNT Monster Truck Racing and Wrestling all begins at 8 o'clock tonight and then again at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, as far as the wrestling goes tomorrow afternoon, 5 big matches on the card there. Matt Bourne will be going against P.Y. Chuhai with Tojo Yamamoto in P.Y. Chuhai's corner. Then it's going to be Dustin Rhodes going against gorgeous Gary Young. More to say about this one later on. Robert Fuller and Brian Lee going against Bill Dundee and Dutch Mantell. Tag team action. Boy, what a team Bill Dundee and Dutch Mantell ought to make. Be looking for that one tomorrow afternoon. Then Jeff Jarrett gets Billy Joe Travis, former partners, former title holders, going against each other in the ring tomorrow afternoon at the Coliseum. But that's not all. Lawler's been talking about it. Junkyard Dog was talking about it. The world-famous Junkyard Dog will be in the ring against Lawler, and the World Unified title will be at stake. Remember, it's 8 o'clock tonight, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. One admission gets you into the combined event, the TNT Monster Truck Racing and Wrestling tonight, and then you may want to consider going back tomorrow to see all the exciting action there, including that world title match. Whether you plan to be there tonight or tomorrow, count on it. You are going to see some great TNT action and some great wrestling action, too. Speaking of action, as soon as we come back, we'll have the Soul Taker right here, ready to go in the ring. Defeats William the Freezer Thompson. I'm on the way over here.
You hold that microphone up to me. Number 1, JYD. You've been around, boy. You beat a lot of people. Path of darkness. Well, there's a big dark path here, boy, and you ain't getting through. You're not gonna stand between me and that title shot. Brother, I ain't your brother, boy. I got one brother, and he don't look nothing like you. Now, if you want to come down, them big monster trucks are going to be rolling. Well, this big monster's rolling too, boy, and he's going to roll over you. 1, 2, 3.
All right, Soul Taker's going to be going against Junkyard Dog. Here is more information on the monster trucks and wrestling.
America's #1 TV motorsports show is headed for
Memphis. I was at Mid-South Coliseum, and boy, you're talking about excitement. Those trucks jumping over those cars. All of our fans out there know how exciting USWA Wrestling is, but the monster truck racing and wrestling is something else. You've got Bigfoot out there, USA #1. It's going to be a great time, an exciting time, and I'm looking forward to getting to go back tonight and tomorrow.
Hey, I think you're right, Eddie. It should be a great night tonight. 8 o'clock it starts, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Here's more information on it right now. To the ring area here as they... I'm doing fine. Thank you very much, Tony. Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony up on the ring apron now. He going to go in and humiliate Ben Jordan, he says. Well, I'm sure it looks that way to him when you compare size. You're talking about the very, very large Dirty White Boy. He's not as big as Soul Taker, but he is certainly has good size. Ben Jordan, much smaller than he is, but quite a battler. Ben, of course, a very young wrestler. Look at this. Nice moves by Ben Jordan. Back on his feet. Referee stepped in between them, says, all right, everybody calm down. I want all the fists open. Dirty White Boy complaining to the referee. There's the Dirty White Girl right there watching the action. Open-handed slap across the chest. That's legal. Only thing that was a little questionable about it, it happened back on the ropes when the referee had already asked for a break. Back to the center of the ring. Ben Jordan with the headlock on the Dirty White Boy. Some hair pulling by Dirty White Boy, and then he... Oh, look at Ben Jordan leap and come back with a nice drop kick on it. There you watch. There's Dirty White Girl surveying the action again. Dirty White Boy looks a little bit surprised, I think, at what's going on here. He grabs that left arm and puts a twist on it. That hurts. Right up in the shoulders. Then Jordan reverses it on him. Dirty White Boy doubled up the right fist, but referee Jerry Calhoun was right there, not 2 feet away from the action, so he thought better of that, at least for the time being. He doesn't think better of this. Got him back on the turnbuckles and kneed him twice in the midsection. Oh, my goodness. Fired all the way across the ring into the turnbuckles. Ben Jordan bounced out of there. Now Dirty White Boy picks him straight up in the air and drops him straight down with a suplex. A taped right fist lands across the forehead of Ben Jordan. A headbutt. Dirty White Boy trying to take control and put a one in the W column for himself on this one. Ben Jordan has looked mighty good so far in the match. We're about 2 minutes, 20 seconds in. There's a neck breaker. Jordan picked up by the hair again. Dirty White Boy. Got a reverse headlock on him. And a reverse neck breaker he puts on him right there as he twisted him around as he dropped him to the mat. Dirty White Boy showing one reason that he held the CWA title for so long. He's big, he's mean, he's tough. Ben Jordan Again, slammed to the mat. Dirty White Boy. Oh, the drop of the upper arm. Ben Jordan was out of the way. Jordan on his feet. He's not through yet. Look at this. He grabs Dirty White Boy, fires him into the turnbuckles. Monkey flips him out of the corner back to the center of the ring. Comes back with a drop kick. Into the corner again, but this time, oh, there's that veteran wrestler. Dirty White Boy made him pay for it. Jordan back up on his feet, and Dirty White Boy springs out of there. This probably is it. 2, 3, he got it. Not much doubt after Dirty White Boy hit him that last time that Ben was not going to be able to get up in time to beat the 3 count. Dirty. All right, Dirty White Boy very happy with himself. He does get a victory, a hard-won victory over Ben Jordan, who gave a great accounting of himself right here. 3 minutes, 36 seconds. Back in a moment.
Good morning. It's 7 o'clock, straight up and down. Time to get up and get going. Rock and roll time. Born to be my baby. You know it. Bon Jovi. Good morning. FM 100, good morning. Everybody's cruising to work this morning. We got some good news for you. The long-awaited interview with Jeff Jarrett's coming up today, so hang on. It's coming up in just a few seconds. He's the hot new sensation, just like In Excess. Our special guest will be here any minute. One of my favorite wrestlers, Jeff Jarrett, is going to be here in the studios. And here he is now. Jeff, how you doing? Good to see you.
Brian, great.
Welcome aboard here. One of my favorite wrestlers in Memphis. Again, it's a pleasure to have you up. A lot of people have been calling. The phones are going crazy about the Jeff Jarrett interview. It's finally showtime.
All right. Well, Brian, I just want to thank you for letting me come up here to FM 100, and I'll tell you one thing. Things couldn't be better.
Justin Rose, why don't you try to get that yellow streak off your back, get that big fat yellow belly, fat belly, you and your old man Dusty Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, you see there's Slick Rhodes, and then don't forget old Bumpy. You know who Bumpy is, don't you, Mark?
Bumpy Rhodes.
Bumpy's his sister, because everybody's gonna...
Hold on now. Dustin Rhodes hits the ring. Man, Dustin Rhodes came down that aisle like the Broadway Limited between Chicago and New York. He was rolling wide open. And Akbar is giving hand signals over here at ringside while Dustin really works over Gary Young. Uh-oh, here's Jeff Gaylord. That's who Akbar was calling on. Gaylord has arrived to help out Gary Young, and now it's 2-on-1 on Dustin Rhodes. Now Akbar is handing Gary Young something. He's putting something on his hand. It's that glove. It's got that chain around it. And Gaylord is going to hold Gary Young, hold Dustin Rhodes, while Gary Young uses the glove with a chain on it. And it's out of control bedlam here at the Sportatorium. Here.
I tell you what, that's just another example of back jumping by Dustin Rhodes. He came out here, he stuck his nose where it don't belong. Gorgeous Gary's teaching him a lesson.
Back into the ring goes Dustin, and you can tell the results of that glove as Gorgeous Gary wants to use it some more. What a mess. Dustin attacked the mouthing Gary Young on the interview. Akbar up the ring himself now, and it's another shot from that glove.
Now, they're teaching him a lesson now, aren't they, Mark? This is what he deserves. He comes out here, Gary's just trying to do an interview. He jumps him from behind. Now he's going to get it. He's going to pay for it with some blood.
Dustin Rhodes in terrible shape. Jeff Jarrett in terrible shape. Now Dustin in bad condition. And Akbar calling for more. Akbar has got to be sick. Dustin can't even stand up. They're having to hold him up to hit him.
Of course he can't stand up. They're using a chain on him. That's what he deserves. Back jumping coward. Whatever Gary said down there was true. Everything was true, Mark. Look at that head.
Well, everyone's screaming. Here comes help. Jimmy Jack Buck with his rope and cowbell, and
Well, as you can see, Gary Young got the best of that particular situation. But later on, during the same event, Gary Young was involved in a match in which he was just simply humiliating a young wrestler, something that Young likes to do. Then it was Dustin's turn.
Akbar again over in his face. Akbar's even got a hold of him and is slapping him about the face. And Akbar, when he doesn't get his way, he gets even, or worse.
This guy just, you know, he makes me sick.
What I'm afraid of is this is just going to go on and on until he consents. Hey, with his head in a bandage, still bludgeoned from earlier, it's Dustin Rhodes.
What in the world's this? Rhodes has lost a lot of blood, and he's out here fighting Gorgeous Gary. Look at this. He could die from this, Mark. Get him, Gary. Hit him with that chair.
Dustin Rhodes has come down to attack Gorgeous Gary Young and misses with a chair. Akbar is moving away for his own safety. And Gary and Dustin are at it out on the floor with chairs. And Dustin knows he can't get hit in the head again, and he ducks. And now he's got the chair. And there it goes. Here they come, and I'm going to move.
Oh, man, this is no call for this.
Head into the table.
Another back jumping incident from Dustin Rhodes, Mark. Get him, Gary. Grab that head.
Well,
grab that head.
Part of a chair, and Dustin is nailed with that. And here they're going back in the ring. Here's Jeff Gaylord down here.
Oh, yeah, let's even this up a little bit, Mark.
Even it up. It's 2-on-1. Can't you count?
Yeah, but he's back jumping. Dustin back jumped Gary, so we just got to even it up.
Here comes Jimmy Jack Buck, and the Texas connection has been forced now.
What's going on here? He has no business. This has nothing to do with him.
Well, we can say the same thing about Gaylord.
Oh, man. Buck, what in the world? He's got Gorgeous Gary. That's Jimmy that reverse tiebreaker. They need to regroup. Gaylord and Gary need to regroup.
Well, those two will get the chance to settle all of that tomorrow afternoon at the Mid-South Coliseum. When we return, we will have Chris Champion right
One
here.
of those trucks crushing cars like we're going to crush the boys, too.
We'll see. Primetime Brian Lee. I think maybe you better concentrate on the wrestling action and not Brian Lee.
Nothing but a warm-up, Dave. Nothing but a warm-up.
Picking up the belt, says nothing but a warm-up. He heads back to the dressing room with the victory. He's going to be a part of that big combined event, TNT Truck and Racing and Wrestling. Here's more on a little bit about some of the action coming up at that TNT Monster Truck Bowl. Racing and Wrestling tonight at the Coliseum and tomorrow afternoon at the Coliseum. Both of these gentlemen are involved in that action coming up.
Dave,
Billy,
doing, sir?
doing fine.
Is Lawler still around waiting on his phone call? I think you set him up to that, because I saw your phone down there, Dave. I believe you got him out there so he wouldn't be here. But that's all right. Now, today they got the tractor thing, too, right?
Tonight, yes.
That's right. That's Saturday night. And you got JYD against the Soul Taker. And I'd like to see that, but I can't, because I won't be here till tomorrow. And tomorrow, brother, we're talking about Stud Stable and the Dutchman and Bill Dundee. Oh, and I know what you're going to say, because it always happens. If they're over 6 foot tall, they're the biggest and the baddest in the world. What's that little fella going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you what he's going to do, brother. He's going to punch your lights out, Fuller, because I never forgot the day that you took that big old loaded boot and put it up alongside Jimmy Dundee's head, and I never really got to beat you up real good for that. So when I get you there tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, and they never call him Dirty Dutch for going around shaking hands and kissing babies. Right. They did it because he used to go down the bars down there in Oil Trough, Texas, and beat up all them guys that thought they were bad there. Well, tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, brother, Brian Lee and Robert Fuller is going to face the Dirty Dutchman and Bill Superstar Dundee, and we're going to whoop you, boys.
And not only are we going to whoop them, Bill, I'm going to hop in that Gravedigger truck, and I'm going to chase Robert Fuller all over that Mid-South Coliseum. I want to see those long legs picking it up and putting it down, trying to get out of the way. Now, you know,
drive one of them big things?
I can drive anything that's got wheels on it. I am a driving son of a gun. Let me tell you, you know who all was calling on that phone out there? 1-900-CHAT, because they can't get nobody else to talk to him, so you're going to call that 1-900 number up and talk to some girls on the phone there. But tonight, I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to take on Robert Fuller tonight. And tomorrow's when the real test's going to come, because Brian Lee and Robert Fuller, you're going to step in the ring against me and the Superstar, and you better stitch them up tight, because we're coming to fight, right, Bill?
That's right, brother. So, Dave, we'll just see you all out there.
All right, Bill Dundee, the Superstar, Dirty Dutch Mantell out of Oil Trough, Texas. The two of them both involved in the combined event. Remember, it begins 8 o'clock tonight at the Mid-South Coliseum. Wrestling action will be a part of it. And then tomorrow afternoon, there will be some big matches. Junkyard Dog JYD will be involved both tonight and tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, he goes against Jerry the King Lawler, the World Unified title at stake. Well, we don't have time to go back to Lawler. He's threatened to be back in the studio next week. We'll be here next week. Hope you will be, too. Until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than